So my wife was working for one of Larry's partners at the time. And when I was injured in an accident at work, she was working in workman's compensation for the attorney that was working with Larry at the time. She was sharing our story with individuals that was seeking legal advice and legal counsel, and Larry overheard her. So my case was pretty unique because I was working for the state of California, but I was on loan for the same company in Nevada on the day of a purchase of the company between a Canadian company and a company based out of Mexico. So at the time of my accident, they basically said, who's really liable? And I couldn't find an attorney anywhere. Yes, I had actually hired an attorney who initially wanted to settle the case for, I would say, pennies compared to what Larry was able to do. This individual told me that there was no case. It was so difficult because of the company being from two different countries. The fact that the state laws in Nevada versus the state laws in the state of California are so different that I didn't even have a chance. Larry took me on. I feel like when you have somebody like Larry Buckley on your side, you really truly have somebody that's rooting for you and is right next to you the entire way. When he talks to you and he works with you, he wants to get to know you. He really wants to get to know the story. He cares about the people that he works with, and he never gives up. He really invested his own time to get to know who I was as an individual, not just as a client or as a paycheck. And then after the case was completely settled and everything, he's actually stayed in contact with me over the last 20 years. Well, I never thought that I would have to be involved in something like this. So I'm glad that it was Larry that was able to take that on, because my thought and process of it was, these guys are just bloodsuckers. Most attorneys, that's the way I felt about it. And I don't feel that way at all anymore. We settled the case in late September, and we purchased our home early October, which is a whole another thing. He told us right off the bat, he goes, I don't want to just give you all this money, people blow it. I want you to be set up for life. So he put us in contact with a realtor broker, and we found a home that we could purchase, and we did that. And so we moved in early October, and we only had a few weeks, basically 6 weeks until Thanksgiving. And so I just remember having my entire family and my wife's family in this new home. And when it came down to, we always have this tradition of, what are you thankful for this year? I couldn't help it, but I was just so grateful and thankful for Larry, because he changed the trajectory of not only my life, but my wife's life, and ultimately even my children's life. If you're going to have to go through the process of a personal injury, you want somebody like that on your side. You can't go wrong with Larry Buckley. You can't.